Hello, BookTube, and welcome back. I am continuing my read through of the Baillie Gifford long list of non-fiction. The Baillie Gifford is an annual non-fiction prize that's given to books that are published in the UK between October and October, I think. They usually long list about 12 books, and what I like to do is read the entire long list before the shortlist gets announced, and then compare and contrast of what the judges have shortlisted and what I would shortlist, and then obviously the winner. Unfortunately, this year, as if you've watched any of the previous videos, one of the non-fiction books is actually published the day, the announcement day of the shortlist, which is annoying. So anyway, I've completed another book. This is The Finest Hotel in Kabul. This is I can never remember the subtitles of books ever. I think it's A People's History of Afghanistan. This is by Lyse, Doucet. So this is just focusing on the Continental Hotel in Kabul. It's focusing on the people who were making it happen within the hotel. So cleaners, cooks, you know what I'm saying, all those kind of professions, the hotel manager, all that. So it's starting, I think the hotel opened up in 1969 or 1970 when there was a king of Afghanistan. So it opens up to great acclaim, and it's the golden years of the Continental, and it goes all the way through the 1970s. To the point where the king abdicates, and then there's to and fro between parliamentarians, and then steps up until so it's literally going through pretty much from 1969 to present day Afghanistan. So it jumps over then to the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan in the 1980s, and then how the hotel had to keep up its standards from the previous year. And what you'll notice in this book, as every decade goes by, the hotel just becomes more and more deteriorated. Or some of the people who actually work there throughout a good course of the history. And that's where this book really shines, is where the author, Lyse Doucet, interviews these people and talks to them. So it goes to the Soviet invasion, and then the Soviets leave, and it goes to the Mujahideen, and then the Taliban, and then what happened after 9/11, the American invasion, where things started to pick up a little bit for the Continental. A lot more Western influence of women being able to be chefs and all that kind of stuff. And then, unfortunately, when the Americans left, and the takeover again of the Taliban, and what that actually means. So there you go. It's pretty much very much a social look of what's going on inside this hotel, with social commentary of what's actually happened in Afghanistan over, is it 50 years? I think it's about 50 years of Afghanistan history. And as I said before, this book really does shine about the people and their work ethic of, we've just got to grim and bear everything what's happened, up to the point where people are coming in and shooting up us, the people who work there, and people killing the tourists who were in the building. So it's got all that kind of flavour to it. My only downside of this book, and I really thought going into this book, maybe it was I really thought I was going to love it, and don't get me wrong, it's a good book. But for me, it just slightly missed the mark. I don't know whether it's because I thought it was going to be great. Some parts of it, was like, because this book is a really quick read. You'll go through it quite fast. And some points I'm like, oh no, I want to stay there. Keep going with stories and what's going on at that point in time. But the nature of the book, it's very much okay, this happened, and then this is the outcome of what the hotel staff are dealing with, and then jump 3-4 years later, then 3-4 years later, and then 3-4 years later. And sometimes I just I want more meat on the bone, and because I'm quite a mammoth book reader myself. You know, I do like the tomes, but saying that, it's still an excellent book. And some of the things some of these people had to deal with, it's horrendous. But there are some light-hearted, funny moments in the book as well. So overall, it's a good book. It's a recommendation from me, and that's The Finest Hotel in Kabul. Again, terrible subtitles, but I think it's A People's History of Afghanistan by Lyse Doucet.